plastic. Paper straws could be standard at Atlanta's airport next year. Atlanta City Council moved to push legislation forward that bans single-use plastic at city-owned buildings and the airport. So what does that mean? No plastic bags and no plastic straws. Now, the legislation was unanimously approved at last night's city council meeting and moves on to the mayor's desk. And if Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms indeed signs it, it would go into effect December of next year. And we've been talking about it throughout the morning on our Morning Rush Insider page, where many of you have been weighing in. Ricardo is all for it. He's got other straw alternatives ready to go from his daughters who've been setting him up just in case this happens. Denise also talking about how many straws are used at the world's largest airport. And a lot of people talking about should have been done a long time ago. So we've been following this throughout the morning, and we do want to make it clear that at several of the restaurants in Hartsfield-Jackson's airport, they have been providing paper straws and other alternatives already, but this is not a requirement. So that point always comes up when it comes to this conversation. Of course, we'll continue to follow and see if the mayor indeed signs. We'll keep you posted on air and online. And in the meantime, Fran, over to you. Thanks.